Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa, and in this video, we're going to take a look at a match between the Boston Uprising and the New York Excelsior. Now, if you guys were watching the Overwatch League stuff over last weekend, you would have seen a ton of different team compositions used. But what we're going to focus on here is a very old school comp, and that is, of course, Dive. This is beautiful to see this back in the game, being used effectively against a comp you wouldn't think this should necessarily work against. Okay, so yeah, we love Winston's face. It is the best. So let's just go all the way over here and let's take a look at what Boston are doing. Now, Boston, you could argue, they are doing pretty much, what you would expect a team to do on this point. They're using the Orisa, they're using the Reinhardt, they're using the Baptiste, and they are using the Mei. This core is very difficult to... how do you get rid of this? How do you kill these? What is the plan here for Excelsior? How... They can't dive this, right? If they dive in onto this mess of heroes, well, what's going to happen? I mean, there's going to be an immortality field down. They're going to get froze. There's going to be a wall. There's going to be an Orisa with Fortify. There's going to be all kinds of badness in their face. And, of course, yeah, Reinhardt, who's just going to smash you with his hammer, which isn't going to be great. They do have the Hanzo on Color Hex on the high ground here. Now, this is a general kind of start position you see a lot of the pro teams use. Just, he might get a cheeky pick. At least he'll get some ultimate charge, and then he can get stuck into the game that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this. And, of course, there is the Lucio as well on Uprising. In fact, before we play this, let me just show you what's going on here with Excelsior. Now, there's a couple of key elements you need to be aware of. Hotba. Oh, my God. What a shot. This is amazing. What is this? Oh, that is incredible. You know what? I've missed this replay viewer. That is incredible. Also, I'm easily distracted as well. Anyway, Hotba is an incredible D.Va player. Of course, he used to play for the Fusion, and then he was sold to NYXL, but he is really, really good. You have got Mano on the Winston somewhere. Where is he? Is he up in the air? There he is. There's Mano. So, yeah, the quintessential dive tank that we generally see. With his dive partner, that is D.Va. And then if we go into the spawn, we're going to see a couple of beautiful things. So JJoNak on the Ana. JJoNak is a ridiculous player. And in fact, JJoNak was crazy throughout this entire series. He was really good against Spitfire as well. He almost plays like a DPS. It's just crazy. He's out there doing work, getting kills. It's beautiful. This is what I want to show you guys, though. This is Who Are You. He is one of the best Genji players on the planet. So when you've got this piece in your team, you'd be crazy to not use this and throw some sort of insane dive comp at the enemy team, because you've got an incredible DPS player. Also, let's just take a little look around the side here. We've got the Sombra. Now, this is Nene on Sombra. We're going to watch this. In fact, I'm going to show you guys what happens with this, because it's actually really nice. So, yeah, we'll come back to Nene. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, let's go back to the point. Let's play this. I think we're on reduced speed. Yes, we are, which does look amazing. So the reason why we're playing this slow is because we want to see what happens, because Overwatch is a fast game. It's a very complicated game. A lot of different things happen all of the time, and it can be a bit of a mess. So Mano is taking damage there. You're probably thinking, oh, what's he doing? What is he doing here? He is literally just taking fire. The enemy team is shooting into him. Well, it is simply to charge support ultimates up. Watch this. So he's taking damage, right? He's at half health. He doesn't really seem too bothered. Color Hex is backed off. He's got scouting information, so he knows where the enemy are. He's standing still. He's obviously not going to get the health pack because he wants his supports to heal him up. JJoNak comes running forward. He's going to start pumping in with heals. Animo's been doing some healing. It's beautiful. JJoNak, there we go. Bit more healing being pumped in. And we're going to pause it at this, right? Because we've seen a couple of different things happen here. So let's look at the ultimate percentage of the supports. Look at JJoNak. He's on 15% already. Ana will get her ultimate really quick. So it's a nice kind of little play there by Mano to absorb a bit of damage. Boston was stupid enough to just fire at him and give them ultimate charge, because there's no way he would die standing there. There's nothing that could instantly kill him. Look at Uprising. They've got 11% on Color Hex. That's it. I mean, it's not really worth it, right? Okay, let's play this. Let's go. So these are kind of little things. Those things are not that interesting to watch. Little sort of mini things. But this is what pros do. They try to get the most out of every situation. So Who Are You flanks in on the left. The rest of the team is waiting. Now, what they're doing here is they're trying to pick out a target. You see the translocator get thrown up into the air on top of the statue, so you should be able to just chill there. Yeah, beautiful. Which, again, this is another thing. this is what pro players do. You know, they use the environment to their advantage. And this is just, again, I don't want to say it's incredible play, but it's just things you don't see when you watch normal people play Overwatch. Even people who are top 500 on the ladder, they just don't do things like this. This is why it is invaluable to watch the pros play. So let's play this. So he's in a nice position. We've got Who Are You waiting on the flank, and they're waiting here. They are waiting for the dive. So while they're just chilling, let's rapidly go over here and let's take a look at what Boston are doing. So Boston know what's happening at this point. They know it is a dive comp. They know the primary goal of dive is to isolate a target and hit that target with your dive tanks and with your Genji, right? And that's what they're going to do. And traditionally in the past, it would be hit it with your Tracer as well. But we've got a Sombra dive comp on the go here, which is fine. We also don't see any Lucio as well, which again is like a slight variation on what we would consider to be traditional dive. Okay, so yeah, Boston are in a nice little safe position here. If you're Boston, you're not really worried, right? You're just like, hey, I'm chill. But look at Nene. Nene gets in a really nice place. Now, remember I said at the start of the video, we will watch what Nene does. The way he got onto this point is really cool. So he was over here, remember, used his translocator to get onto this position. He then jumps from there onto here, and then he drops down here. This is great, because what this means is now he's in a position where Boston won't expect him to be. Boston might expect him to be there, but he's obviously not running through the choke. So if you are a Sombra player, there's a bit of great information there. Don't run through the choke. Don't throw your translocator so the enemy can see where it is, because that telegraphs where you're going. Use your brain. It's so cool to see this kind of stuff. So we've got Sombra coming in on the left. We've got Genji on the right. And here we go. So we've got D.Va coming in. We've got Mano taking a massive amount of damage here as he comes in, but he's got Mercy with him. Great addition to this. Mercy can pump him full of healing, pump him full of DPS juice if that's what he so desires, and it's wonderful. And you've got JJoNak in the back there, obviously with a fantastic view of everything that's going on. Look at that. You can see, like, you can see everything, right? Both his tanks, he can pump them with healing, he can do what he needs to do. Animo's there getting ready to just dive in, support the tanks, keep them going. And you've got Genji on the left waiting for the dive to commence. Now, this is the key crucial thing in dive with Genji. He cannot just go in on his own. Loads of people do this on ladder. Oh, I'm playing Genji and I'm just going to dive in. No, no, no. You have to wait for the tanks to push in. So look at him. We'll watch this from his perspective. So the tanks are going down. Bubble's been deployed. Wall goes up. This is what they were expecting. This is what they're waiting for. Who Are You is playing very defensively. He's not gone in. He knows, like, what they know now is they've got a critical cooldown out of Boston. You think of, we like to talk about win conditions quite a lot in Overwatch. And one of the win conditions here to break this comp is, well, there's two. So we need to get rid of Wall, which Boston have basically just given to NYXL. We also need to get rid of, where's he gone? Is he up here still? We need to get rid of Batiste's Immortality Field, because that is going to make it very difficult for us to get work done. Now, what New York Excelsior have done, in fact, I'm just going to jump back 20 seconds and we're just going to play this again, because it'll illustrate the point better. So look at this, right? They're moving back. We'll speed it up just a little bit, although we will slow this back down again. So here they come. We'll get to see the Sombra movement from Nene, which is obviously really good movement. On top of the Jackal statue, then over he goes. Yeah, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And yep, there he comes. And then down he drops. It's awesome. Okay, so all of this is obviously orchestrated. So we're going to slow this back down. So here we go. Here is the dive, but it's not actually a dive. This is a soft dive to to basically pull out of the enemy. It's to poke the enemy into using their abilities, because when you don't have abilities available, obviously that's really strong, right? Especially if the abilities are things like Immortality Field and Wall. So here we watch this. Again, here it comes in. Mano, almost like a fake dive. Hopper's there with him to give him a bit of protection from Defense Matrix. It's beautiful. He drops down. Hopper drops down. Who Are You plays defensively. We have now got the wall out of them. That is what NYXL are saying. They've got one of their win conditions now has been served, because what can Munchkin do? Cannot possibly use Wall again. But look at this. This is the key thing which is happening here. They have identified Batiste is alone on the high ground. This is bad. This is really, really, really bad, because they know they're playing against Dive Comp. What he doesn't want to do is isolate himself, and that is exactly what he has done here. So watch this. And NYXL, being a fantastic team, have identified this. They know he's like hilariously out of position here. So watch this. They're going to go on him. They're going to go on him hard. The call is made. In they go. Winston goes in. Genji goes through. Like, he's realized, like, oh god, no, I need to get out of that position. So he sort of drops down. It's a mess. Colourhex is taking loads of damage. Colourhex tries to, like, he's in just such a bad position now. I mean, look at the other thing which has happened here as well. Immortality Field has been thrown down there, which protects the tanks, which keeps Batiste alive. But Colourhex is so wildly out of position now. He is done. He's had it. His day is ruined. It's over for him. Look at that. Winston, Genji, and Mercy are all on him. There's no way he can survive this. He is getting healed, and he's dead. He's out of the game. That is dive. That is fantastic play. And this is what I've missed, not seeing Overwatch League, well, just be on the air. Like, this stuff is so cool to watch. All right, so he's out of the game. Now, obviously, Boston have got a bit of a problem here. They have got Immortality Field about to be destroyed. They don't have Maze Wall, or it might be coming back off cooldown. Look at Nene, though. Watch what Nene does. So Nene is messing around here on the back. Nene's looking for a hack. Nene would really, really, really like to hack either Reinhardt, hack the Mei, hack the Orisa, hack anyone, apart from Lucio. Lucio kind of be like a bit of a crap hack there. But look what's happening here, right? These guys are chilling on the high ground. In comes the dive again. Looking to isolate a target. But they know now, because they are a player up, they can be way more aggressive, and they can almost commit to almost, I don't want to say a brain dead dive, but they can commit to a dive which is straight in the face of the enemy team. So here it comes in. Dive goes in. Look at the isolation. Again, we see this target isolation, and it is so clean. It is so crisp off NYXL. It's ridiculous. Now, he was the target, Batiste, of the first dive, but it didn't work out because he managed to get away and use his Immortality Field. But he doesn't have that anymore. So he's really worried. He's pushed into the back there. Let's get out of the whatever the hell I was clipping into there. Look at this. He's 1 HP. He's dead. He's gone. He's done. Now, this is obviously, it's game over. It's good night Vienna for Boston's defense here on the point. The rest of this is just cleanup. But what I want to do is just go back again, and I want to show you from Nene's point of view, because look who's hacked here. All right, you can see on the overlay, you can see that Reinhardt is hacked. So if we just go back 20 seconds, and we're just going to watch this from Nene's point of view. So I'm going to jump onto him. Where is he? He is number 7. Okay, cool. All right then. So we're on board with Nene. So Nene's part of the dive, but he's not part of the sort of element of the dive, which is in there to secure kills, which is to just rapidly isolate people. Right? He's there to add utility to the dive, which is like one of the most interesting things to me. So here, the utility he's adding is comms. He knows Batiste on the high ground, right? He can easily communicate this to his team. His team may have already identified this as well, but look at the picture he's got. He can see everything. He knows everything that's going on here. This is great. It's such an awesome information gathering tool. So he moves around towards the back. The dive gets committed in. Now, you could say maybe he wants to join in on this dive, but he doesn't need to. And he knows he doesn't need to. They already know that they've managed to do what they need to do here. And it's fine. There you go. You can see he gets a little bit of extra damage there onto the Batiste. This is because he can see that he's low HP, so he's trying to maybe secure the kill. Rapidly changes his target to the Immortality Field, which of course is the priority. As soon as that gets dropped, it needs to be destroyed. And of course, look at the rest of the dive. It's destroyed Colourhex. He's gone. He's dead. But now they know there's no Immortality Field. It's on 1 HP. He's about to finish it off. There you go. So we know, because we've just watched this back, that Who Are You and Mano are now getting ready to isolate Batiste. And there they go. They're coming in with the isolation on Batiste. Now, who is a problem here? Reinhardt's a problem because he's still got his barrier in play. And that can absorb quite a lot of damage. And also, you can charge, you can do a bunch of different stuff. Look at what he's doing here, Nene. Nene specifically shuts him down. And the reason I wanted to highlight this is because it's such a wonderful time to shut him down. Just as he's about to charge, he can't do anything. He's actually screwed. So even though Nene wasn't involved with destroying the enemy team and killing them, his contribution is still really good. Now, Boston at this time, they were in shambles, let's be real. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a drink. One moment. Beautiful. I got a beautiful coffee. Boston are in shambles, right? What can they do? It's pretty much done. So this hack, you can kind of say, well, it doesn't really matter, Style. But it's not really about that. It's about the fact that it happened. And to me, that is so cool. Okay, cool. So this is just cleanup now. Boston literally cannot win this point now. Just everybody needs to die, and that's all she wrote there, really, at the end of that tale. It's over. It's actually over. What can you say? Yeah, Fusion's trying his best. As much as I love Fusions, you know, like He's got no chance here. He can't possibly make any difference here. He's just going to get killed. He is trying to get the cheeky D-Mech, which, you know, is a nice sort of thing. Swimmer's also in there trying to get it as well. They're not going to get it, though. Nice sleep by Jonak. Huge stuff. All right, so let's jump away from Swimmer. Let's go to the spawn. Not Swimmer. A Swimmer just got eliminated. So what we're going to see now is the continuation of the dive attack. So I'm going to speed this up. We'll speed this up a little bit just so we get to see the attack. All right, so Nene's in. So this is where the Sombra is really, really good on Temple of Anubis. Because if Sombra gets in and Sombra hacks this pack, you've got a bad time, right? Because your team can't use it, and your team really needs to use that, right? If the enemy Sombra hacks it. But look how advanced Nene is. Nene's got a bunch of different things he can do here. So he can hack the Batiste, which means he can't use his Immortality Field. Now, we know that NYXL are rapidly coming into this fight. Like, they're not messing around. They're going to push really, really hard. So let's just go back up here and watch Nene again in a more abstract kind of view. So look, he decides to take the 1v1, which he totally can do because he's got his translocated down. He can get out. He's looking to get a bit of charge. He wants to get that EMP online, which obviously is a super strong ability. Drops down. Let's get down on below and show you what's happening. Hack the pack, which is crucial. So now this has gone from the Sombra being, yeah, like a scouting tool, a piece that can be used to sort of control enemy players, like we see the hack on the Reinhardt, to the game-winning play. The snowball is here, right? It's going to be huge. So we see the rest of Boston pushing in on the left-hand side, NYXL pushing on the left-hand side even. Right-hand side, where have you gone, Sombra? She's translocated out of there. So, yeah. She's coming back. But she's done a job, right? She got in, bit of ultimate charge, hacked this pack, and it's wonderful. Okay, watch what happens now. So we've still got dive attack here. You would think, again, this is playing into the hands of Boston. What can Boston, like NYXL, do against this? It's such a strong comp against dive. You could even say it's an anti-dive comp, right? So if it's always annoying the end of this map is to get a good point of view as to what's going on as I kind of like scoot around. Yeah, I mean, just look at the ultimates, right? Who Are You's trying to almost got his blade. Mano's almost got his ultimate. Hotbar is pretty far off his. Jonak's got his. Obviously, the Nano Blade is going to be a massive component here. We've almost got the Mercy ultimate on NYXL, and we've almost got EMP. Now, Uprising do have Blizzard. Blizzard could shut this down, but not if she gets hacked, or not if it's eaten by Hotbar. And they know this, right? They're looking for this completely. Okay, so here comes the dive. Let's watch this unfold. It goes in. We can see quite a bit of damage going onto the front line. Mercy pops her ultimate. Genji's diving into the back line. Can you see what has happened? Or what is happening here? Hotbar is defense matrixing the Mei because he knows that she could use her ultimate. But there's also one thing to notice that's happened to Mei as well. She's been hacked. Again, this is just amazing. Like, this is so much... Like, this is... When you look at heroes like Sombra and you're like, my God, this hero on paper could be really damn good. This is just a showcase of how good this hero can be. Because what we're seeing is Nene shut down the Sombra, shut down the Mei with the Sombra, and also Hotbar being ready to eat the ultimate if it does get thrown. But she can't throw it because she's been hacked. It is just really powerful. Of course, there's a problem here in the back line, but we'll get on to that in a second. So yeah, dive goes in. It's beautiful. We can just see the sort of push Boston off the point, which actually is pretty good. But Boston can push back onto the point. You know, they're going to be able to use their Mei ultimate. We'll just go back over here and show you this because this actually is really funny. This should never happen. Reaper shouldn't die. In fact, I'm just going to show you this because this is just it's so funny. This is, it's so funny. I shouldn't laugh because, like, yeah, I guess we all have, you know, bad plays. But when you're Overwatch League level, can you afford to have bad plays? All right, so let's just wait for the Reaper to move in onto Jonak. There we go. Here we go. Let's slow it right down. Here he comes. Reaper's coming in. Jonak's like, yeah, you what, mate? It's like, oh, I'm healing. And then he looks and he's like, oh, look, it's a Reaper. What am I going to do about this? Oh, I'll jump. It's fine. Oh, I've tried to sleep him, but oh dear, I've missed. I'm taking a ton of damage. Doesn't matter. I'll bio-nade him. I'll shoot him. I'll shoot him again. Now, of course, he's got Mercy support coming onto him. And Color Hex is like, yeah, sorry, lads. And he's done. He's done. He's absolutely done. It's the best. So, I mean, that is such good support play there. Which goes to show you guys, if you know if you play support, look after your other support. So yeah, this isn't great. Boston have lost their DPS. Now, the wall goes up. That's to prevent healing. Actually isn't a bad wall, to be honest, because that screws JJoNak up completely. Like, JJoNak, like, well, he's out of the game, right? He's not, though, is he? Because JJoNak, all he needs to do is apply Nano Boost to this, and then, yeah, that's going to be a problem. But still, there is the Mei Ultimate, and the Mei Ultimate is something which can save Boston here. You can see Who Are You jumps above the wall. He's almost got his blade, gets nanoed, so now it's pretty much go time. Again, the pressure is very heavy on the Mei. Look at this. So we've got Nene's back onto the Mei. Mei's looking a bit flustered. She's in the back there. She's not in a great position. Winston's on top of her. EMP gets utilized again, stopping this using its ultimate, because this is the condition that Boston have got to hold the point. They have to use this ultimate, and they can't. There's so many different tools being thrown at them, but it's just the way NYXL have downloaded, have broke down, have just dismantled Boston, which just shows you the level of difference between these teams. Because on paper, NYXL are using a comp which is not, like, it shouldn't be super strong against what Boston are using, but Boston are just getting repeatedly outplayed at every single point here. So yeah, EMP comes through. This shuts everybody down. We're about to see Genji go mental. He's got nano, dashed in. Look at that. Target priority in there. The Mei's going to be dead. Winston's popping his ultimate. That's it. So they know now they've killed the Mei. It's fine. Everything was put into shutting the Mei down. She's dead. Also, Axiom's dead. It's not looking great for Boston. It's actually looking pretty bad for Boston. They're pushing into the corner. They can't get onto the point. Mano knows this, so Mano don't care. He's in a primal rage. He's going in. He's just going to smash their face in. Who Are You's whipped his blade out, because why not? He's jumping around. It's all looking snazzy. It's all looking jazzy. It's beautiful. And that's pretty much it. NYXL played dive and played it beautifully. Now, of course, in the series, they did dominate and destroy Boston. They also dominated and destroyed Spitfire, which... well, can I say that? No, they didn't dominate and destroy Spitfire. That's not true. Spitfire got pretty heavily beat by Paris, but Spitfire did pretty... I think Spitfire were fairly... Obviously, they won the first map they played against NYXL, but the second map on Kings Row, if any of you guys watched it, yeah, I think Spitfire were kind of a bit unlucky there, but NYXL did show their class, and it obviously came away with the win. But yeah, for Boston, it was just complete destruction from NYXL. Boston didn't really have any kind of answers to what to the questions that were being asked by NYXL, and it was a bit of a shame. So as you can see, they're in panic mode now. Color Hex comes out. He's just immediately smashed with a Bionade. He's can't be healed. He's got Defense Matrix. He's being applied to the Ana to keep her alive. Again, great play by Hotba. Just ridiculous. And they just, that's it. That's pretty much it. They're going to take it. They're going to wipe out the ball. And that's it. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to make more of this stuff because I really enjoy watching Overwatch League. And I really enjoy sort of breaking down these plays, hopefully in a way that we can all learn from. Because there's a lot of people out there that do massively in-depth analytical breakdowns, and I think a lot of it is a little bit too much to digest, and I don't think people have really got the stomach for it. I know I don't have a lot of the time, but what I do have the stomach for is really acknowledging and highlighting these really high-level plays, which I think are just awesome to watch. So yeah, is dive back? Well, if you're NYXL, it seems it is. And this is the beautiful thing with Overwatch, right? No more mirror matchups. Look at the team comps. At no point was there a mirror matchup in this game. In fact, in hardly any of the games over the first weekend were there any mirror matchups, which is good stuff to see. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember you can subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Everything is literally /Stylosa these days, which is beautiful. And yeah, let me know what you think about the video in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys.